Yes, that's right. Here in when I live, it's so expensive that it's so expensive. I don't know, like it's like I don't know, 78 pesos.
78 pesos?
Yes.
And what is the
And
size? Is it big?
no,
My goodness. It could be something like, I don't know, 20 centimeters?
no.
My
But
goodness.
yes, I don't know, but it's so expensive. Like I am with my mom. What? And I say no, that don't buy that.
It's too much. Jesus,
Yes, it's too much.
I thought that it was non-expensive.
No, I have a how do you say madrina teacher?
Godmother.
I have a godmother, and she how do you say traer?
Brings.
Brings of one, and it was in I think 28 pesos.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "What? Where did you buy it?"
Yes.
Because I said here in my town, no.
Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine something like that. You know what? Here
What?
next to my house they sell delicious the uh, bread for the dead. And you know what? It is 8 pesos.
What?
Not very big, but it's the normal size. It's kind of like 10 centimeters, but it's 8 pesos. And it's really
What?
delicious.
No, teacher, that's too much. Digo,
My
that's
that's
too little.
yeah, too cheap.
Yes,
My goodness. You have really surprised me, Fer.
yes, here in my town is a
70.
little, no, a little, too much expensive.
Too much. Yeah.
Too
I
much.
totally agree with you. It's too much expensive. Extremely
Yes,
expensive.
yes, here I don't know if we are in Mexico, it's Soriana
Ah, yes.
and Chedraui.
Yes.
I compare, and in Soriana is 58, and I say, okay, it's really fine, it's great. And in Chedraui it's 79, and then in another place it's 88, in another is 99.
Oh my, for God's sake. It's too much. And it's
Yes, it's too much.
and more expensive.
Yes,
Jesus. All right. Well, Jose Manuel, welcome. How are you? Jose Manuel, hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I thanks and you?
Excellent. I'm fine, thank you. You know what? We are talking now about the day of the day of the dead. And so we were talking with Fer about the celebration. How did you spend it?
Um, I don't understand all.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand all.
How did you spend? How was your celebration time, November the 2nd?
Okay. Nothing. I am no celebration. They death.
You don't celebrate, so it was a normal day for you.
Yes.
Okay. And how did you see people? What was people doing where you live?
¿Cómo veo a la gente?
How did people celebrate?
Mm, uh, this this the song
Okay.
this song of the people spend very spend because because veladora,
Candles.
tamales,
Ajá.
uh, candies,
Yes.
uh, uh, and drink.
Okay. Thank you, Jose Manuel. Thank you very much. Carlos, welcome. How are you?
Um, Thank you very much. Good, good night, and very fine things. And you, Maggie?
I'm very fine, thank you. I'm very happy to listen to you all. Santos, please, could you talk to us about your weekend? How did you spend your celebrations?
Um, mm, I celebration. I don't I don't have a celebration of of the date of the day.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead.
Yes, the day of the day. Uh, I I doesn't have celebration.
I don't.
I don't have celebration. Yes.
Ah, yes, that's it. Okay, and so how did you see people celebrate? How did you
Mm,
see that people do?
um, I don't have celebrate because I have a Christian for my religions. I don't celebrate that. Um, my grandmother celebrate that commemoration of this day.
Excellent, very good. And tell me, how did she celebrate? What did she do?
I'm celebrate the the Navidad, the
Christmas?
Christmas, the Christmas. Um, yes, I have celebrated a Christmas and my birthday. Um,
Oh, okay. When is your
yes,
birthday?
my birthday it's on uh, July 22.
Hey, that's great. And how do you celebrate it?
Um, I cel- um, Usually I celebrate um, when my friends and family um, and celebrate my family, my friends. I'm celebrating my birthday many forms because there um, by my uh, my pastel, oh,
Cake?
uh, my cake and gelatina.
Gelatin. Delicious.
Yes,
All right. Thank you very much. You know
thank you.
what? Okay. You know what, kids? Today's topic is going to be very interesting. Today we are talking about natural disasters. We are going to describe natural disasters and how to be prepared for the natural disasters. So, some of the natural disasters that we have known are, for example, these ones. So, here we go: floods, tornadoes, thunderstorms, solar flares, earthquakes, landslides, volcano eruptions, blizzards, droughts, fires, tsunamis. So could you please write in the chat if there are any words in the screen that you don't know, something that is not familiar to you?
Teacher,
Yes, Fer, please.
what is this of the picture number one when is the volcano and I don't know what it's doing?
We
This.
are, yes, we are going to read the words that we have in the screen. And in the chat, we are going to write if there is any non-familiar word, something that you don't know.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Fer, very good. Fer wrote floods. Floods, Fer, is when there is an enormous quantity of water because maybe it has rained too much. So there's so much water that the earth or the land is covered, totally covered with water.
Teacher, like flood is like when is flood is when is like when it's raining so much then is the water and cover all and it's like a number I don't know like a number city under the water.
Excellent. Yes, that's it, Fer. That's it, a city
Okay.
under the water.
Yes, teacher, thanks. I saw a movie
Oh
like
my.
that. And it's really yes it's a disaster, natural disaster because it's horrible. And do you think that you are living in that place and you say oh my gosh. And I think here when I live the rio, how do you say rio in english, teacher?
River.
The river, it's with a lot of water and in 2007 here was an inundation.
A flood.
Yes, a flood. And I think there is going to be another flood here in
Oh my.
Tabasco.
Let's hope not.
Yes, but it's raining a lot here.
Oh my. Yeah, let's hope that everything will be okay for because yes, floods are tremendously destructive.
Yes, and I don't want to leave that. I am a little child. I don't know what to do.
No, baby. Yes, let's hope not. Well, let's hope that everything will be okay. All right. So, Jose Manuel, you wrote, they are familiar to me, the floods and earthquakes. Okay. So, earthquakes, what is an earthquake? earthquake is when the earth moves, and then we have many damages to the houses. Many people die because they are under the houses and under the buildings.
I am living in Mexico City. Last earthquake
Oh,
was disaster. Uh, they 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 lost people.
aha, yes, that
Uh,
was terrible.
when they destroyed.
Jesus, Jose Manuel, where were you? Were you at home? Were you at work?
Uh, I am
I was.
I I was World Trade Center, floor 40, 48.
My goodness, Jose Manuel, please talk to us. How did you feel when you saw this destruction? Please tell us, how was it? How did you feel?
Uh, I am miedo. I
Well,
am I was fear.
yeah.
I was fear all people.
Yes, I think that it was tremendous. That was terrible.
Yes,
Jesus Christ. And so, well, the World Trade Center is a safe place, but I guess that after that you saw destruction, you saw people suffering. What could you talk to us about it, Jose Manuel?
this building
Hello, Jose Manuel.
is
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, you go. Don't
Uh,
leave us.
I'm sorry. You know what? It was raining too much here where I live. Well, suddenly I lose the signal, but I'm here.
Okay, teacher. Tell
Yeah.
the Ray don't ruin this class like the other one.
Oh, yes, Jesus Christ. You know what? That was what I thought. It has been many classes where I am absent because of the internet signal, and most of them are first classes. So I don't know.
Yes.
Bad luck, bad luck, but here I am, Fer. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? Yes, we were talking about the natural disasters that have happened and that they are really scary. But guess what? Let's go to the next image. I wanted to show you this. Well, here we have some natural disasters. For example, here we have this one. What is it? What is it? Can you tell me what is it? Hello? What's the
What?
name? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, what's the name of this natural disaster?
I think it is teacher, and that's fire
A
disaster.
fire. Yes,
And
that's it.
yes,
It's a
teacher, I know that in let me think a little moment, teacher, but I don't remember. It's in California. It's like all this fire like this. There is a person who is taking picture, and no, it's there is no tree. They look a fire a lot. Some house are with all the house. They are without house. They don't have house.
yeah, they are out of houses. They
Yes,
run. They run out of houses. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. As you know what, Fer? Yes, you're right. Fires are something very well, not common, but very usual in California.
yes. Here, when I watch television with my dad, I saw that and I said, "Wow, this is a real disaster, natural." But the human is doing that, not the
Uh-huh.
disaster natural.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. You know what? We heard something about that the Amazon forest was on fire. It was very recent, and there were a really enormous loss of natural resources in the Amazon rainforest. And it was very recent, as I told you before, but you're right, Fer. It is not natural disaster. It's a people disaster.
Yes, teacher. They have to say this is not a natural disaster, it's people disaster.
Yeah, that's it. We don't take care of the environment.
Yes, like today in the people, we are, how do you say acabar? Finishing, finishing the world. There is no plant, there is no tree. It's a lot of contamination,
Pollution, yes.
the pollution.
There's pollution everywhere.
Yes, here when I live in the house of my mom, I go and like I am in car. I saw all the little trashes and I said, "Oh no, I want to go here one day, especially and take out this litter."
Oh my, that is so sweet. You know what? It is something that we adults should learn because you children are in the mood of fixing everything, helping to do everything that could be necessary, and we adults sometimes are a little on sensitive non-sensitive about this problem, but we should pay more attention about what we are doing.
Yes, teacher. And here in Tabasco, you walk, you like another places in the older times. You walk and there was no delinquation.
No
You can,
delinquency.
yes, no delinquency. You can walk here to the center and that, but today no, you don't can walk like one street and just how do you say, ya te están asaltando.
And they are stealing you, robbing.
Yes, yes, robbery. One time when I was a little child, like 7 years old, I got to, I
They
don't
rob.
know, I went to, I don't know, to buy some bancos,
Uh-huh.
and I went. It was Friday because I don't have class. So we buy the one cause my dad buy some other things, and we went to Chedraui to buy another things like bread and milk because we went haven't we saw in the car and there no was the bancos and the other things.
My goodness. And it is terrible because people work so much for having things, And there is somebody who decides that they want to take it. So it is not possible.
Yes, and we have to buy it again.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. Well, as you mentioned, some of them are not natural disasters. They are
No,
people disasters.
like the fire here,
Yeah,
fire.
yes, that's it. But guess what? There are some other disasters that are really natural ones. For example, earthquakes. For example, fires, forestal fires. But guess what? Here we have a phrase. In the phrase, here we have that we cannot stop natural disasters, but we can arm ourselves with knowledge so many lives wouldn't have to be lost if there was enough disaster preparedness. And this was said by Petra Nenkova. So what does this say into Spanish? Could we translate it, Fer and Jose Manuel?
Eh, nosotros no podemos interrumpir los desastres naturales, pero podemos armarnos
Ajá.
con el conocimiento,
Excelente.
así que muchas vidas
No, habrían sido perdidas.
habían sido perdidas y ellos no.
Si hubiera suficiente preparación contra desastres.
Okay.
So this was a phrase that Petra Nenkova said. So what is your opinion, Jose Manuel, about this phrase?
Always.
Yes.
Usually people don't know this question. To no es important for days
Ajá,
because when sucede
when it happens.
When it's disasters and they know now at
They don't know what to do.
yes they don't know what they do.
That's it. Thank you very much, Jose Manuel. Fer, what do you think about preparedness for disasters? Do you know what to do in case that it would be a disaster?
Yes. I when I was a little child again, I lived one of these disasters of the this. When is the house here?
Was it? Jesus Christ, you are too young and you lived one of those disasters.
Yes, but fortunately the house don't destroy. No se destruyó pues.
The house wasn't destroyed.
Yes. It was 12 o'clock. I was sleeping like normal day, and my dad says, wake up," and I say, "What happened?" And I saw that the cup we made the cup colgando,
Hanging?
and yes, what moving? And I said, what happened here? And my dad said, "It's a temblor."
Yeah, an earthquake.
Yes, and I said, "What?" And I was crying.
Oh my. But look at this. Yes, of course, it is scary. Too scary.
Yes. Yes, I was temblando.
Yeah, you were shivering.
Yes, it was very horrible. But unfortunately, the house don't like this house like that.
Yeah, didn't receive any damage.
Yes, didn't receive any damage.
Uh,
Just fun because we have a fun hunting. It was to caer.
oh my. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go to another part. Gestoría educativa, how are you?
Hi, teacher. This is Vera. Can you hear me?
Ah, Vera, welcome. Let me change your name, okay? Okay.
Okay.
It
Teacher,
is
I was in China. I took a 10-day vacation.
Vera. All right, here you are. So, were you on vacation?
Yes, with a group of 33 teachers. We were visiting three different Chinas. They call the triangle the the old China, the present China, and the future of China. I went to Beijing, and I don't remember the name of the other two cities that we visited. Shanghai, and Beijing, and I forgot the other one. But it was amazing,
Wow.
and I was practicing my English because they talk English, and also they speak Spanish, but with the accent of from Spain.
Wow. Hey, that was great.
Yes, that was my prize, mi premio prize,
Nice.
because I get graduated with high level in my master's degree.
Wow. Hey, congratulations to you. That was wonderful.
Yes, so I'm just in, logging in the middle of your slide. You are talking about earthquakes.
Yes, we
Are
are
you talking
talking.
about earthquakes?
Yeah, we are talking about preparedness for natural disasters.
Ah, cool. Today my son told me that they have oh, I don't know how to say it in English,
Eh,
como
eh,
como cuando, when you make like, um, not even in Spanish, I forgot, when, cuando haces simulacro, teacher. How do you say
Ajá.
simulacro?
It is like a rehearsal.
Rehearsal, yes, they, at his college, they did a rehearsal today.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
But
I
you
think,
know what, teacher? I don't like rehearsal because when in Mexico City, when they make a rehearsal, probably 2 years or 3 years ago, I don't remember, the earthquake um, make it again. It happened again.
yeah, Jesus Christ, it was something strange
It's
that,
not strange, teacher, because all the people, all the things, the thoughts, and all the energy is like evoking or invoking to happen the same situation. If you trust it, if you believe it, you create it. So we need to be be careful when with our thoughts because we we are able to create that happens earthquakes and a lot of bad things to our life if we think and focus in the negative. What do you think about that?
Yes, it is possible, but you know that I think that the point is to teach children what to do in case that
Oh yes, yes,
happen.
yes, but no, like mm, feed the fear. No, sembrar seed. Is that
Ah,
correct to say?
oh yes, yes, you're right. So if we think
Mhm.
about it with fear, of course we are
Yes,
predisposed.
yes.
Well,
So it is
yes,
okay to have the sign, the the arrows, the green arrows to follow. Um, los letreros.
aha, the
¿Sabes qué es un
letters.
letrero?
Yes.
Ajá. The
Okay.
signals to follow the right way to go outside and be safe
Oh,
in a disaster.
yes, yes, you're right. Okay, so I want you to do me a favor. Please, could you help me to use the tool Anotar and make a sign out to all the things that you consider that are more necessary in a situation of disaster. So, for example, in my case, I strongly believe that a cellular phone is very necessary. Okay, I am going to make the sign now, and I am going also to write in the chat why I consider that they are necessary. My example.
Um, Teacher,
Yes, sir.
em, no se ve tanto lo que dice.
Oh, yes. Let me try to make it bigger. Is it more visible now?
A little bit, but yes.
Okay. Let me check if I can do it a little bigger. Now, is it more visible?
A little bit, but yes.
All right. So, in my opinion, I think that, okay, a cellular phone is pretty necessary. Why? A cellular phone is necessary to have communication just in case of a disaster. Okay, here you are my example, but please write in the chat why. Why do you think that it is necessary? Okay, let's try to write your reasons. Why? Why is it necessary? Ready? Okay, your commentaries. Okay, Fernanda, very good. For me, let's do a little correction, Fer. For me, it is necessary to have a cellular phone, and first aid kit, um, and a small flashlight. Okay, very good, Fer. I just write some little corrections. For me, it is necessary. All right, very good. So, Jose Manuel, they are necessary cellular and emergency phone numbers. Okay, Jose Manuel, pretty good. Just necessary. Necessary is an adjective, so we can't use it in plural. All right, so the correct word is necessary. Vera, also call to 991. Excellent, very good. Vera, what else? Maybe I consider that the cellular phone, the mobile, is extremely necessary, but we can also need maybe running shoes. Yes, why not? Running shoes are necessary so that we can run, so that we can, escape.
Teacher,
Yes.
perdón que la interrumpa, pero cuando usted habla hace un ruidito muy raro que hasta chequé si son mis audífonos, pero no, hay un ruidito muy raro que hace.
I don't know if it is the signal of the internet.
I
Do
think
you
it's
remember?
yes, I think it's a signal of the internet because it says here in my audífonos and no, it's not my audífonos because they are new and I don't think that it will be. And also I take off of the ajustes and no, it's no here in my laptop.
Oh my. Well, yes. You know what? I am trying to check it up. I'm asking for the telephone company so that they check my modem and to check the signal that they are sending. Maybe it is the problem. And
Eh,
besides that, I am going to check my computer. It may also be the problem.
eh,
Es la comunicación, porque ahorita se oye bien.
All right.
Es
Yeah.
yes,
el ancho de
teacher.
banda, yo creo que a veces baja.
Yes.
Maybe it is the internet. Uh,
Teacher, when you call Telma, ask them to upgrade your level of adjust your level of no sé cómo se dice en español.
uh,
But I call well because if you don't call them, they put the level of access to internet just like normal, but they can upload it to high level, and you can have more ancho de banda.
that's it. Yes, because I am checking up.
Also, if you have another person that are accessing at the same time internet, probably could be that.
Yeah, you know what? I am checking up the microphone and it was okay. Yes, you're right. It was the internet.
Teacher.
Yes.
Antes de que yo me vaya, se lo digo en español porque no sé cómo decirlo en inglés.
It's
Como yo
okay.
soy de nivel 2 y pues tomo esta clase para ya saber lo que voy a tratar el día de mañana, aquí donde yo estudio el nivel 2, no me llegó la unidad 9, no sé si ya la activó o todavía no la ha activado, porque no me llega, la intento abrir pero dice hidden for students.
Déjame revisar, Fer, pero sí ya la activé. Ahorita en cuanto termine clases, bueno, termino a las 11, pero a esa hora
Okay.
prometo entrar a la plataforma y ver qué pasa.
Sí, teacher, gracias, porque sí me urge, porque como yo estudio estudio todos los días
Claro.
seguidos, estudio el inglés, estudio todo lo que vendría siendo de mi horario de estudio que me tiene mi papá acá, entonces sí me urge porque está dentro de mi horario, entonces...
Sí, sí, no te preocupes, Fer. Hoy mismo lo reviso y te platico qué está pasando, ¿ok?
Sí, gracias, teacher.
No, de qué. Well, thank you very much. Yes, here we have some things that are necessary. You mentioned the flashlight, a small flashlight, the first aid kit. You mentioned also the running shoes, the cellular phone, excellent, and the emergency phone numbers. And Vera, you mentioned something so true. You said, okay, what happens if I select the running shoes, but at the moment of the earthquake, I don't
No,
have any on
if I
hand.
don't have shoes, teacher, if I don't have a shoes on,
Oh my,
you,
yes, you're right.
you, when once my father was taking a shower when the earthquake started, started, so he was afraid to go out naked.
Oh yes. So what happens when it?
No, he decided not to go out because he was with a lot of stuff in his body. So
Yes.
he decided to stay, and he thought, oh, if I die, aplastado.
Oh my, imagine.
I don't care, but I don't want people see me naked outside.
Oh my, Jesus Christ. Yes, yes, it was a difficult situation. And so, yes, you're right. What will it happen if I am sleeping, if I am having a shower, and I am not ready, of course. I don't have any clothes, and even more difficult, any shoes. But well, I suppose that we have to be prepared, but impossible to be prepared all of the time.
Who is they, teacher? Who are they?
Who are they? Who?
No, because you say they believe, they think.
Yeah, I am referring to the people who state this kind of advertisement or advice.
Ah, okay, okay.
The people who say this advice, maybe they think that it is the necessary, and
Okay, okay, okay.
I agree, it is necessary, but sometimes it is not easy to have everything on hand.
Yes, bueno, okay, they say that we must have like a briefcase with other important papers, also money, and I don't remember what else, but the truth is that I don't have it, and you make me think about that.
Yes, that's it. All right. Well, you know what? I think that there are many things even to say, there are many things to consider, but unfortunately, time is over.
Yes, time is over, teacher.
And so I thank you so much for being here, for your attendance and your attention. And I thank you so much. So if you
I'm
Yes.
glad to listen to you again, teacher, and all you guys too.
oh, thank you very
See you
much.
next class.
Next class and have a very good night.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Thanks.
You too. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.
Gabby, hello. Can you listen to me?
Yes, I can listen to you.
Excellent. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to listen to you.
And I'm happy listen newly the class the last class I can begin in the class because they change.
Yes, I'm sorry. It was, yeah, it was an adjust that we did. But welcome. It is very good to have you here now. And tell us, Gabby, how did you spend your day?
Can you repeat me?
Oh, yes, of course. How did you spend your weekend? What about your celebrations?
Okay, about my celebrations, it was beautiful because here in my house, the house is ubicated in behind a private street, and all the neighbor organized a Halloween, but not with traditions of the United from the United States, traditions, Mexican traditions, and we are adornar.
Decorated?
We decorated the common doors with personajes,
Personages?
personages of the Cocos movies, and everyone in the house put the ofrenda,
The offer?
the offer for the muertos,
Aha, for the dead. Wow, that was
for the dead.
beautiful.
Yes,
Excellent. All right, and how did you like it? Did you have a nice time?
yes, I have a nice time because I give sweet candies for
Yes.
the children, for the kids.
Wow, it was beautiful. Excellent. And did you have any custom? Did you use, did you wear, I'm sorry, did you wear any custom?
Disfraz.
Yes.
Yes, I like since I was girl until now. The from Bruja
Which?
with the wish. Uh-huh.
Wow, hey, that's nice. That's pretty good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Gabby. All right, Paola, welcome. How are you?
Fine, teacher, and you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Okay, so talk
Last
to us.
class, last class, maybe the internet had a problem, teacher, because I couldn't attend your class.
Don't
I
worry.
miss you.
Yeah, don't worry. You know what? There have been many problems about the internet signal. I think it is because of the rain, that it has been constantly raining. But anyway, the most
Yes.
important is that now you are here.
Yes.
Yay. All right. And how did you spend the celebration time?
Okay. I did my homework
Uh-huh.
at the university. So I and the other in my job, I made some activities in at the elementary school. The children made a lot of things. For example, to decorate the calaverita
Yes.
uh, with glass.
Wow.
Yes, with glass like a merengue.
Ah, yeah. So with candy,
Yes, yes, yes.
with caramelized candy.
And then the children put a dress custom
War customs.
work customs. And in my case, I uh, dress Katrina.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. And that's all.
Excellent. I hope that you have spent a nice time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Excellent. All right. You know what? Today we are going to talk about a very interesting and I consider also a very important topic. Today we are going to talk about natural disasters and the question. We are going to describe natural disasters and the preparation or the preparedness for them. I consider that it is very important. Here we have some of the most common natural disasters. Here we are. So could you do me a favor? We are going to read the words that we see in the screen, and we are going, please, write in the chat the ones that are non-familiar to you, okay?
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Teacher, we have
Yes.
to write in the chat what is the most important disaster, natural disaster?
No, we are going to write in the chat what is the word that you don't know. For example, if you know what is earthquake, you don't write it.
Terremoto.
Yeah, that's it. But let's suppose that you don't know what drought mean. So the word that you are going to write is drought.
Okay. Lizard.
Okay, Paola, very good. Paola wrote floods. Paola, a flood is, for example, when it is raining too much, and it rains so much that the earth is covered with water. And so it is a disaster.
Yes. Now in Veracruz.
In Veracruz, there have been several floods.
Yes. Thank you, teacher. I understand.
All right, thank you very much. So, Gabby, drought. Drought is when the earth is very dry and it doesn't produce any food. Okay, for example, here we have a drought. Okay, Gabby?
Okay.
All right, so blizzards. Here you are, blizzard. Blizzard is when there is maybe a snowstorm and you can be trapped. You can walk because you can see through the snow. Here in Mexico, we don't have blizzards, but in some countries they are very common.
Okay. It can be at troll zones, for example, for the volcanoes, for Popocatépetl, are nose and the rain with nose, algo así.
Maybe, but you know what? A blizzard, it's more like a ventisca. When there is a lot of wind and there is snow also, that's a blizzard.
Okay.
Abby, you also wrote disease. Disease is when people don't have good state of health because of any natural disaster. For example, after a flood, it is very common that in the place there are some stomach sicknesses, for example, diarrhea, dysentery, and some other very difficult problems. And you wrote also hazard. Hazard is the risk that there is in certain places. And
Okay.
okay, and slides. You wrote also slides. Slides is when when the earth is very dry, or opposite way around, when the earth is very, very wet, very humid, and it causes that some parts of the earth goes down, they crumble. And there are many houses like in here that are affected for that situation, the landslide. Okay, so um, okay, here we go. I'm sorry, you know what? Sometimes I turn my microphone off because at this time, in this hour, there are many people who sell tamales. And so they pass in front of my house, and I don't like you to be listening to the advertisements.
It's funny.
Yeah, too much. But guess what? It happened to me an experience with these people of tamales in my class. Happened that one day I didn't realize, so I didn't turn the microphone off, and of course it was very remarkable. So my class was listening to the tamales person, and there was a student who is Mexican, but she's living in Minnesota, I guess. And, and she was really, really touched. And she said, "No, please, teacher, don't turn your microphone off. It is one of the sounds of my country. So let me listen to it." And she started crying. She said, I really miss Mexico. And the
Eh,
tamales person is one of the symbols of
yes.
Mexican culture. Oh my, I didn't expect that to happen.
Teacher, my Japanese teacher said that
Yes.
the first words to learn, tamales calientitos.
Is it there? Jesus Christ.
Yes,
That is
she
some Mexican sound.
uh she couldn't speak another word, so only tamales calientitos.
Jesus Christ, so funny.
Yes.
Too
And
much
the
fun.
intonation the same.
Wow. It is so funny.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, yes, we were talking. I'm sorry for interrupting. We were talking about the natural disasters. So here in the screen, we have some images. Could you tell me what are the images that you see? If you see a fire, if you see an earthquake, if you see
Tsunami.
a tsunami, excellent, yes. Where is the tsunami?
Yeah. The right
Uh-huh.
uh, in the
Right,
top.
right top or right bottom?
Right top.
Uh-huh, at the right top. So you are talking about this one, is it?
Yes.
That's a
Tsunami.
tsunami, excellent. What else can you see?
Earthquake.
An earthquake, where is it?
Um, I don't know, teacher, because okay. I think that the right up.
Right up,
Uh-huh.
right, this one,
Uh, no, down. Sorry.
right down, or
Yes.
right bottom.
Yes.
This
This.
is the top and this is the bottom.
Okay.
At the right bottom,
Yes.
excellent. All right, so what about this one at the right, at the left bottom? What is it?
This is like I forgot the word inundación,
A flood?
a flood. But
Aha,
I'm not sure because if the house don't have the how can I say techo ceiling? No,
roof, the
roof,
roof.
roof. Ceiling is piso. Sí. Sorry.
Yes, that's it. So, well, maybe it was a drought, but I think I don't know, Gabby. What's your opinion, Paola? What's your opinion? But I think that it was an earthquake.
Yes.
Aha. So, you know what? Here we have a phrase, a very wise phrase. And here it says, we cannot stop natural disasters, but we can arm ourselves with knowledge so many lives wouldn't have to be lost if there was enough disaster preparedness. This was said by Petra Nemkova. So, what's your opinion about this, Paula?
It's true. But the last earthquake in Mexico, maybe everybody knows about the, the prepares, but I think that if you stay in the moment, maybe the nervous, maybe the reaction are different. So it depends of the person, of the situation. I don't know. I think that if you know the solution, maybe the situation is very different about the real things.
I agree with you. Gabby, what do you think about this?
I think the natural disaster can be prevented for the people if you prevent these disasters, you can survive and change a lot of things uh, for the consequences of the natural disaster.
Aha, yes, that's it. You're right also. So, what do you think that is necessary to do or to have at home just in case of a natural disaster?
First, you can receive for the in the schools and at the jobs. What can you do in every natural disasters for the more common disasters in the place where we live? The most common is the earthquake in Mexico because this country is localized in a zona sísmica.
Aha, it is located in a seismic area.
Okay, located in a seismic area, and in the school and in the job, teach for everyone what can you do equal for the incendios,
Fires. All right, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Here I am. Can you listen to me?
Yes.
You know what? I am having problems with the internet signal, but here I am. Here I am. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, teacher.
Yeah, so we were talking about the preparedness for natural disasters. And Gabby, you were talking to us about the preparedness that people should have in the
Yes,
in the schools.
yes, and the job.
Yes, at work also. Yes, that's it. Paola, what do you think about it?
It's important to have a good instruction in the school because the students can think about the importance of these kind of activities. For example, how can I say, teacher, simulacros,
The rehearsals.
the rehearsals, and every month in the school do it, and the students check the activities to do to save their life. So, and the other in the house in the house is important that if you have the possibility to have a bag when you put your documents or maybe a radio, it's important because in the 85,
85.
85, my mother put the radio and could listen the news. This only um, um, uh, communication to have about the, the situation uh, in the country. So I think that it's important to have a radio que you use the, ay, ¿cómo se dice pilas?
Batteries.
Batteries, ay, sorry.
It's okay.
Batteries, because this is the form to obtain information about the country.
Yes, that's it. You're right. You know what? Here we have some images. Okay, here we are. So, could you do me a favor? Could you select some of the items that you see that the person is wearing in his security backpack, and write what you think, write in the chat, what you think is the purpose for some of the things. Please, could you?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Mhm.
Oh, excellent. Paola wrote, cellular phone. You can speak to family, explain about your situation. Excellent. So you can establish communication by cell phone, by the mobile. Excellent, Paola. Thank you. Gabby, the first aid for attending simple wounds. Yes, Gabby, excellent. That's a very good idea. Very good explanation. Okay, so could you write two more? Two more each one? Okay, Paola wrote, small flashlight. It is necessary to have it because if you don't have electricity, this is a good option. Hey, that's pretty good, Paola. Thank you. Gabby,
Perfect.
flashlight to see in the darkness. Excellent. And you know what? You mentioned something very important. It is not only for you to see, it is also to send any signals. With the light, you can create like an alarm light that
Yes.
if you uh,
A communication.
if you ask for help, you can do it by the flashlight.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, I consider that, of course, they are very good pieces of advice. But do you consider that it is very easy to have it on hand? Do you have one at home?
Mm, in only in just a place? No, I have in in all my house.
Uh-huh.
But it's necessary to have a specified place,
A specific.
a specific place, because if you have this kind of disasters, uh,
Yes.
uh, you don't know how to take it, or maybe it is not possible.
Aha, yes, that's it. Paola, Gabby, what do you think about it? Well, you wrote running shoes for if you have to run and you can walk comfortably. I have these things in my house and in my job. Excellent. That's pretty good. You know what? I have a problem with that because, of course, it is necessary. But what happens, for example, if you are sleeping and you don't have on hands your running shoes? You just have your slippers. Or what happens if you don't remember because you are so nervous? If you don't remember where the backpack is? Because when you are nervous, it is very difficult for
You
you to.
don't think?
Yeah, that's it. You don't think about anything.
Yes. My neighbor, my neighbor in the 1885 don't use rope. No, only the pants.
No clothes.
No clothes. Sorry, no clothes. Only the pants, and said, "Oh my God."
Oh, yes. And so we don't know when a situation could happen. And of course, we are not going to be sleeping with running shoes.
Yes,
Oh my, that's so tremendous.
yes. And my mother said, "Don't see, don't see." No, what? Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, thank you very much. Look at this. Now we are going to go back to the images. Oh my. Okay, here you are. It is the natural disasters preparedness. And here they explain a schema. Well, no, a concept map about what happens when we are having a situation like this. The objective is the mitigation of the pain. When we want to fix anything and we don't want to feel sorrow, we don't have to feel fear. Okay, so could you please observe? Could you please observe uh, this map and tell me, for you, what is very important in this map?
I think that is important to planning, because if you don't have plan, maybe you don't know how 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 to how doing the things. For example, if you have a disaster, you don't know what's about the real actions. So I think that is important planning.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Gabby, what's your opinion? Gabby, hello.
Okay. I am talking, but I don't see the microphone was silenciar.
I was silent.
Agree with Paola, because planning is very important. Maybe is the most important thing, because planning you can prevent a lot of disaster, a lot of problem. Entonces, I think planning is the most important thing for be prepared for natural disaster.
That's it. That's it. You're right. Mm, I think that you are right. I agree with you. But I think that it is also very important the public information and warning. What happens with this public information? Well, here you are mentioning what happens, what is the situation, what can be the causes, and what can be the solutions. So I consider also that yes, planning is incredibly important, but also public information and warning. So let's suppose that you are working in a secondary school, and suddenly you are in charge of giving a workshop about natural disasters preparedness. So I would like you to be taking agreements about what you would do in that workshop. Okay, so what you are going to do, when it could be good to start, how many people you are going to invite, how much is it going to cost? Okay, Gabby and Paola?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I listen to you.
Okay. I think that the first you need to know what kind of students. For example, if elementary school or secondary school, you need to promote the advisement with examples, because if the child check the examples, maybe do the same actions. And the other, the parents explain about the actions, the disaster. So this is another option to obtain successful about the activities.
Okay, Gabby, what do you think about what Paola told you? I'm sorry, maybe I didn't explain very well the
Okay.
activity. So, Gabby and Paola, you have to interact to take agreements, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Eh, in case of the public information and warning in basic school, like primary and secondary school, you have to explain for the students uh, about their level of the age. What can you do in case of natural disaster? And it's not only the explicación,
Explain.
Explanation,
the explanation. Two is the simulacros,
rehearsals.
rehearsals, rehearsals about the most common natural disaster, uh, agreements, de acuerdo with uh, local problems about natural disaster. Because you can't say the students about the tornadoes, because for example in Mexico City there isn't tornadoes, and you can say about a more common natural disaster, for example the earthquake, the inundaciones. ¿Cuál es inundación?
Floods.
Floods, for example, the fires in the buildings, uh, I think are the more common natural disasters, if, for example, in Mexico City, uh, because there are natural disasters in the world that is not common in Mexico. In Mexico, as the country.
Yes, and the kids maybe know about the different disasters, and then if in the future the kids go to the other country, and maybe uh, they will have another kind of disasters, and
Yes. Mhm.
uh-huh, and the future they will have education about the disasters and promote another promote the real actions.
Okay, yes, but if these kids grow up and go to the other countries, and in the other countries are other natural disasters, is responsibility for this new person learn about this natural disaster, because in Mexico is not the presupuesto, the budget is not good for can teach natural disasters and or about others problems in the world, but is indispensable learn about the problems in Mexico about natural disasters, eh, because other problem too is the time in the school is not long for teach other problems about natural disasters in the world.
Yes, and in the school you don't have enough time to learn about this disaster, because uh, the program said that the basic information is only to learn to the child. So it's difficult because the set doesn't have enough uh, money to improve this kind of plan.
Yes, I think it can be maybe dedicate one day or one day of the month in all the calendar scholar calendar for teach this natural disaster is elemental for the kids, because in case in the moment the teachers can't control all the kids with the nervous, all the people, and we have to prevent all the kids for all the time, because when these natural disasters occur is impossible in this moment begin to say them what can they do. The kids want should know what they do in this moment, and if they are prepared, they can control the nerves and can do the things better.
Yes, and the other point, I think that the teachers don't have the enough instruction about the disaster. Maybe if the government check this kind of course to the teacher, maybe uh, the teacher know about the good actions to improve in the class. the basic courses, for example, the primeros auxilios. This is another option to improve uh, good actions.
Auxilios. First, primeros auxilios, first aid. Yes, first aid is a good idea for the kid, but in this country we aren't prepared for basic first aid because a lot of people don't are aren't interested in learn unfortunately the people is not interested in in this theme.
Yes, and said it's boring for me and it's not a good option. So, but it's important because you know is another option to change the real action about the security.
Yes, it's important and begin with this type of courses. You can change the ahorita forma de pensar, permítame. You can change the culture of Mexicans about the prevention of natural disaster and not only the natural disaster, it's too for the accidents too.
To promote another kind uh, of thing about the security.
Yes, is other form to prevent uh, accidents too.
And maybe this
The
kind,
accidents are very common in this country.
yes, and this kind of courses, for example, the primeros auxilios, you can promote to the child, and maybe the students can help another students, and maybe in the future the students will have another idea about the disaster, about the accident, about about help another people. I don't know.
Fair Life go Fair Life courses. And these courses are expensive. I ask for these courses to the Cruz Roja, Mexican Cruz Roja, and these are expensive.
Yes.
The persons said me that you have take a course of 8 to 9 hours on Saturday, and the cost is 8,000, 8,000 pesos.
Yes,
Mm.
because it's very but I don't know. I think that if the community to learn this kind of course, maybe will help another people, but you have uh, the good the good point. The cost is very high, so it's difficult to attend this kind of course.
Yes, because the people thinking do other things that for the people is more important, but when the things occur, we are preoccupied because we give us nos damos cuenta,
We
we,
realize. We
excuse,
realize. My
we
pleasure.
realize that it's important to know these things.
Yes. And the other, maybe the people think is much better to eat uh, that to the attend this kind of course.
Yes, but this course have a lot of beneficios,
Benefits.
benefits
I
for
think
all. Is I say only in natural disaster, for the accidents, for the people, for what is the everywhere familiar. Uh, is bad, we can help you or help her
or help them.
or help them when we know these things, because in the I in this course teach teach you to solve lives. And and if you can do these things, you can help for every people the important way.
yes, this is another kind of culture uh, about the people, but it's difficult.
It's difficult, but prevent is always better.
Yes, it's the most important.
Yes, you can evitar,
Avoid.
you can avoid a lot of problems in the future, a lot of problems in the future, that these problems they can cause very expensive,
They can
But
more
be,
expensive than the course.
yeah, they can be very expensive.
Yeah, yes, they can be very expensive.
Okay, you know what, girl? You have really worked hard. And I think that it was a great job you did because you were not only criticizing but also proposing. You had been working in a very active way. So congratulations to you. You are now very fluent and you can express with easiness. So it is really good. I heard you not only planning but also explaining your own point of view, and it is something very difficult, but you did it. So congratulations to you. Very good. Okay, so now let's do this. Now we are going to uh, write in the chat what's your idea about some courses that you could state. Please, could you write in the chat some courses?
teacher, sorry, how can I say primeros auxilios?
First aids.
First aid. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, pretty good. So, okay, Gabby wrote, of course that I cursed the, maybe you would try to say, of course, for sure, the course that I offered was first aids in my job because in the job, uh, okay, because of my job, I am in a brigada. I am a brigadist. All right, very good. Okay, pretty good. You know what? I think that we could be talking a lot more about this topic because it is not only interesting, but also it is very important that we have conscious about the danger that we can suffer in natural disasters. But unfortunately, time is over. So I don't know if you want to say any commentary, to ask any question.
I have a question, teacher, because I will finish the university in November. So I need to have the paper about the course, but I don't know when you spend the how can I say the comprobante?
Ah, I'm so sorry. I don't have a lot of information about this. So I suggest
Uh-huh.
that Joel or Nelly are the ones who can give you more information about this.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so yeah, you should talk with about this with Joel or with
Okay.
Nelly, right?
Okay.